Ooh, I'm just now waking up, but this is too huge for me to not record this. I don't have the proper equipment, but again, this is too huge for me not to record this, right? I just had a revelation. You know, we are in the times of revelation, and all things are to be revealed, not waiting to be revealed or gonna be revealed. No, they're revealed in the times of revelations. And so I've had my own revelations. Excuse me, my pants I'm a mess. Listen, I'm a beautiful mess. How about them apples? What was I saying? Goodness grief. I'm realizing that I cold-heartedly did not believe that I was worth the life that I desperately wanted. The life of financial sustainability, stability, abundance, freedom, location freedom, having those things. I honestly did not believe that I was worth having those things. And it was primarily because of the thoughts of others who, for lack of a better word, really truly hated me for unfounded reasons, honestly. But they hated me nonetheless. But these are the thoughts that have become the air that I breathe, the water that I am submerged under. And that's because they were a part of me as a young child, from infancy until the year of 7. Those years, those primitive years, are the years where you soak up the most. You're a literal sponge. You are a literal sponge from the age of 0 to 7. You are a literal sponge. Let that marinate, because I could go into this whole thesis of what it means to be a sponge, but I want you to let it marinate. And to be a sponge is what? Is to receive. You're not outputting anything. Sponges don't put out anything unless you squeeze them. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about a sponge. A sponge receives. So from infancy until age of 7. So let's say until 8. Because everybody's different, but just around 7. Sponge. This is how you are going to see the world. This is why everybody, you know that saying of everybody has the same 24 hours in a day? That is not true. Everybody doesn't have the same 24 hours. Some of us are starting at negative. Some are starting at positives. Do you catch me? Seriously. So, going back to my revelation, I honestly believed that I wasn't worth the life that I desperately wanted because of the thoughts that became an ocean for me of others who hated me, who were jealous of me, who misunderstood me, who didn't know me. Because truly no one knows me except for myself and my children. Honestly, maybe a few other people, but not many, because Part of the reason is because I am autistic. And no, not everyone is a little autistic. Let's stop saying that. I'm going to make that into a short because it's a statement in and of itself. Let's stop saying that everybody is a little autistic. It is it's dismissive as fuck. It's dismissive as fuck. It's hard to be autistic. It's not fun. If it's not fucking up your life, then you're not autistic. It's not something cute to wear. It's not. It's me living life with everyone else and having to mask and pretend like I'm like everyone else. But everyone else is not wearing this 100-pound book bag that I have on. But everyone else wants me to pretend like I don't have it on. And I'm supposed to pretend like I don't have it on because even the EEOC has told me that they don't have to make accommodations for me. So I'm supposed to pretend like everyone else. Even though I'm genuinely autistic, it doesn't fucking matter because I look like I'm not. So I don't have to be given accommodations. How fucked up, right? But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But please, can we stop saying that everyone is a little autistic? Because that's not true. Because like I said, if it's not fucking up your life, then chances are you're not. Okay? All right. On to the next thing. And also, another symptom, because people love to put on symptoms like it's a dress sometimes. Like, ooh, I have that too. And ooh, I have that too. But they don't want the shit like this. 9 times out of 10, if you're autistic, that means you also have something wrong with your fucking digestive system, because we are so have a thing with senses. Let me say that. We have a thing with senses because there's a spectrum, okay, for autism. Autism is not just like a cold where it's like the same thing. There's a spectrum. Okay? It's a spectrum. Let me get back to my revelation. Having someone else's ideology of me cloaked over me so as to put me into their ocean of their rivers of their storms of how they think and view and feel about me. That became my life. Because that is what I was fed from 0 to 7. This is why it's so important. This revelation. If you care about humanity, then we care about all children from the ages of 0 to 7. If you care about humanity, revelations, if you care about humanity, then you care about all children from 0 to 7. Revelations, because guess what? Those years, those formative years, are going to impact how they're going to see the world after that. Because after those years is when the personality is then expressed and put out. After you are that sponge. So those years are so important to humanity. We want to produce better people, stronger people, more intelligent and wise people, right? But isn't that what we want as humanity? Like, fuck how I look. You know, the trolls want to come in and say whatever the fuck they want to say. Fuck all that shit. Isn't that what we want as humanity? We want to be better, right? In some respect. Like, we want to be smarter, wiser, more beautiful. Forgive me, I'm a single mom, autistic, ADHD, dyslexia as well. Still learning. Listen, I look amazing to me. That's just for the trolls, because I know they coming. And I got the psoriasis on my hands. Shit hurts so bad. I don't know if you can see it. I can't even hardly open up my hands. But it's okay, because I'm going to get to that in another video. I'm going to get to that. But, and I still got cold in my eye. I got eye boogers. I ain't even washed my face yet. I just had revelations to share. Okay, let me stop. But yeah, I realized that I truly didn't believe that I deserved. And so when you're under that spell work, because that's what it is. It's spell work. Ooh, it's spell work. Because it's like, man, you can really be walking through life with someone else's glasses on. And see, this is why I need my glasses. Someone stole my glasses. How weird. Because I wear my glasses without the lens inside of them. And I'm like, well, why would you steal them? This is why no longer I'm having just anyone into my home. I let a friend, I thought he was a friend. I let him over, and ever since then, my glasses have been missing. I'm like, oh, just take my glasses. Why would you steal my glasses with no lenses in them? I don't understand. People are so weird. Anyway, I need my glasses back. With the no lens. I should just say my frames. Because I can't, and for anyone who I had someone question about that. I don't mind the questions if they're curious, but don't try to insult me. Like, geez. Anyway, I don't like wearing lenses because I don't like having anything too close to my eyes. Even though I'm about to get contacts. I don't know how to explain that because that's really a spiritual thing. So I'm just going to have to get used to wearing contacts. Which kind of sucks because this is like very much a spiritual thing. I've already seen myself with the contacts for decades at this point, probably. And I've just never done it. And now I am, because I'm no longer in that ocean of someone else's hatred for me. I am no longer there. Which is why I can come to you looking how I look with these pants that I don't know. I'm a mom. I had these pants on cleaning up after my 2-year-old. Maybe I can do this and look a little, I don't know. Let me model. No, it doesn't work. I don't care because I'll put all this Vaseline on my face. I want to save my Vaseline for my psoriasis on my hands. And I'm about to get in the shower anyway. That was my revelations. Because A lot of people don't realize that they're living under the guise of someone else's thoughts for them, their hatred for them, their jealousy of them. And they probably don't even realize that these people don't like them. They are jealous of them. They probably don't even see it. And they're probably real close to them. That's how it is a lot of times. Man, what a world we live in. What a life this is. Isn't it? Man. You could be with someone day in and day out, and they could hate you. They could be jealous of you, and you not even know it, because you're not even looking for the signs. You probably don't even know what the signs are, especially if you grew up in a home that mirrors that image of people or that energy of people who don't like you. It's going to feel home to you, so you're not going to be able to distinguish it. If you grew up in a home that mirrors the image, the energy, I don't know why I keep saying the image as well, right? Because imagery plays a huge part. Imagery and energy. So we'll say both, imagery and energy. If you grew up in a home 0 to 7, and imagery or energy akin to that of people who don't like you, who are jealous of you, who are able to put on a cloak and deceive you and make you think otherwise. If you grew up in any type of home that mirrors, it doesn't have to be that you grew up with people who are like that, but you definitely grew up in an environment. Well, you kind of did. You grew up in an environment where the people around you created tension in the air. And you had to learn how to cope with that tension as a young child. And unfortunately, you soaked in that energy, that tension. You soaked in all of that tension. And that's how you perceive the world. And a lot of us have not, I don't want to say we haven't gotten a chance to undo this once we become an adult, because you're not quite aware of it until, and for a lack of a better word, and really not for a lack of a better word, because I'm not an idiot, right? I have a little bit of a vast set of vocabulary. I just want to say this to get across to everyone. Let me put some Vaseline on my mouth, at least my face. Yeah, let's do that. Before I say anything, lube my mouth up. Before I say this to the masses. Oh, that feels so much better for my hands. Oh, I'm trying to open them and that hurts. I lubed myself up so much that I forgot what the hell I was talking about. And also, I realized I did the whole video with my pants all open. Maybe I'll just, whatever. Any hoot. I'll cross my legs. Let me be a lady. Jeez. I'm such a tomboy. I still am a tomboy. I was a tomboy when I was a little girl. I still am. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, which is why I really don't care how I look. Yes, my hair is balding. Well, no, it's not balding. Why did I say that? Oh my goodness. Goodness. See, that's like, that's what I'm thinking other people would think of me. I don't care. Listen, because this is healing. My hair is growing back in because this was all bare. All of this was bare. If you all saw my video previously of when I did the chop, my hair has been growing in quite beautifully, actually. I have not cut it. This white color is so white. I was born with silver hair. So, and my pediatrician told me that I would have a full head of silver hair by the time I was in my early 30s. She was almost right. I'm in my early 40s, but I'm going to deck it out. I can't wait to do something with it. Y'all get to see all my altar space. Maybe I should come out close. Ooh. Not close like that, right? Hey. Maybe this is better anyway. But what I was trying to say was, you don't come to an opportunity to really undo those childhood beliefs. Excuse me, paper towel in the background. You don't come to an opportunity to undo those, the tension that I was talking about, that you soak up like a sponge from age 0 to 7. You don't come to an opportunity to change that as an older person, as an adult, whatever age, teenager, which is rare for teenagers to change, right? But it happens. Everybody's different. But for the most part, you don't get an opportunity to really change that, what you were given from 0 to 7, until you're maybe in your 20s, early 30s, and beyond, honestly, until you become an adult. And I hesitate to say that because my, and I don't want to say my, because this is divinely given. The ages around 32 to 33 is when one truly becomes an adult, not what they say with the 18 to 21. You're still a baby. You're still learning. You don't know anything at 18 to 21. And granted, there's always an exception to the rule. We have some incredibly mature ones, just say that, ones at that age group, right? Always an exception to the rule. But you don't get an opportunity to really change what was given to you from that age range of infancy to 7 until you fuck up in life. And I have to say that because, and I say it with vulgarity, is because there's such varying levels and differing angles for that, right? There's different levels of fuck up. But you all know what I mean when I say that. Regardless of who you are, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And then this is the purpose of fucking up in life, is so that you can see something's not right. And this is why we come to that famous saying, and the author escapes me, but a life that's not in review is really not living at all, or worth a life. And it's so true, because this is why the fuck ups come back and they materialize in your life, is because it's showing you a mirror of, hey, this is how you think. I know that you're not aware of how you think, but it's going to play out into your life. It's materializing because this is the way that you think. This is the way that you've been given, the mentality that you've been given at a young age. And this is playing out because this is what was laid down for you as a foundation. And see, when we're going through life presently, and we're not aware fully that, this is coming into your life as a mirror. We're just living it as, and we're taking it personal for the most part, especially when things happen the first go around. We take it personal and we react to the situation. And this is why I say, I said in my earlier videos, lean into the pain and ask it. When I say lean into the pain, ask it why it's there. Not necessarily to just feel it. Yes, feel the pain. Cry, scream, yell, whatever you have to do. Feel it, but ask it why it's there. Be courageous enough to ask why it's there. Ask where it's coming from. And asking these questions, see, is a slow process. You may ask and the answer may not come to you for maybe a week. Be patient. You will know when the answer comes. And it'll be full and complete once the answer does come to you. Just be patient. And it is a process. And some things, like I said, there's always an exception to the rule. Always an exception to the rule. So some things can happen overnight. Yes. Some things can happen overnight or seem to happen overnight. So let's not put that out of the picture completely, because that is totally a possibility for things to happen overnight. Absolutely. We live in a magical realm as well. There's a lot of magic in this realm. I mean, if you've watched a woman be pregnant from day one to baby born, I mean, you witness magic there. I mean, seriously. This place is full of magic. If you don't see it, gosh, I feel sorry for you. Like, shake it into you. You don't see the magic? Oh. All right, next time.